Well, joining me now to discuss all that and more are our guests from the African Nations Cup UK. That is Jamal Olol, who is the boss for the Somaliland team, and Patrick Mandegue, the Cameroon manager. Guys, thanks for coming in. Great to have you with us. Let's start with the FA Cup, which has obviously happened today. You've both been involved in matches, so you may not have got to see the game, but it was a great win for Arsenal. 4-0, they beat Aston Villa. Whatever you say about Wenger and whatever Arsenal fans may say about their league form over the last decade or so, he certainly knows, Patrick, how to win an FA Cup, doesn't he?
Oh yes, definitely. I mean, if anything, that's the one competition that he's been quite good at. I know the expectations are very high for Arsenal to win the league, which they have not won for many, many years. But there's no doubt in that Arsenal's managed to keep themselves at the top. And at least that's one trophy that they won. So.
Jamal, how do you rate this Arsenal team? Because they absolutely cut Aston Villa to ribbons today. Do you think next season they have a chance of winning the league?
I think this Arsenal team are really, really good. They're strong. But the thing with Arsenal is every season we say next season, next season. And I'm sure the Arsenal fans would rather win the league than the FA Cup. And they haven't won the league over almost 10 years now. And I think by the time this Arsenal squad is capable of winning that, they just need that one player, a striker, and a world-class striker like Karim Benzema, to win the league.
Patrick, do you agree with Jamal there that they need a world-class striker, or does it go a little bit deeper in terms of Arsene Wenger's tactics?
They've had world-class players. Thierry Henry, just to mention one of them, he's been there for a long, long time. He's definitely been a very good servant for the club. I don't think talent is what's lacking for Arsenal, but you know, winning is a combination of many ingredients, and it seems, as far as the league is concerned, Arsene Wenger for the last 10 years has simply not been able to find the right combination to win it. But they've not been very far, and you know, who knows, maybe next year.
Is it a case of Arsenal being stubborn in terms of Arsene Wenger's tactics? When things are going well, when they're passing teams off the pitch, it all seems to be fine. They seem to come unstuck when they come up against some good central midfield who boss. You know, Arsene Wenger doesn't really seem to change his tactics in the wake of that.
I think in terms of Arsene Wenger, we've got to give him credit because he changed English football. The style of how English football is viewed, he changed that. The style of Arsenal, everyone loves to see Arsenal play and like the way they do. But in terms of when he comes up with certain teams like Chelsea, and it does come across like he hasn't got a plan B. Because if he comes across people who are going to distract their game, won't let them have that short passes, sometimes it seems like he doesn't want to switch it around. Where lately this season, there was 2 games particularly against Manchester City that he changed the game where he had plan B, where he went boring football. And that won him the 3 points.
Yeah, well, cause for optimism there. I mean, we've got to remember that he's won 6 FA Cup titles, and I mean, amazing achievement despite any kind of league issues. Let's move on. I don't know if you've been aware of this, but Barcelona have won the Copa del Rey today, 3-1 against Athletic Bilbao. Messi scoring 2 goals, one of them absolutely phenomenal. Just how good is this Barcelona team we're looking at the moment?
I think in the last couple of seasons, they managed to finally find that balance for going forward. One criticism that I had of Barcelona recently is the fact that they rely a bit too much on Messi scoring goals. You're scoring something like, I don't know, 70% of all goals being scored by Barcelona, which from a management point of view is not a good thing because that's an over-reliance of one of your resources. But now with Messi going back to what I believe is his natural position, which is a winger, and having Neymar on the left as well, and then having a proper striker, Suarez, and we all know what quality Suarez can bring to any team. They've finally managed to find that balance, and those 3 are hitting it. I mean, it's a beauty to watch, I think. So.
Yeah, it's not a bad problem really to have, is it? A man scoring 70 goals a season for you. Let's move on. FIFA. Sepp Blatter seems to have been reinvigorated by his election win. He's come out on the attack today. He's taking on the US justice system and the timing over these indictments, and also the British media saying they're sort of working in cahoots. Patrick, you voted, you'd say, if you had the chance to, you would have voted for Sepp. Why?
I tend to think about FIFA as FIFA, not necessarily Sepp Blatter. I don't believe Sepp Blatter equals FIFA or FIFA equals Sepp Blatter. I'm not going to talk about what I don't know. I don't know much about the man or his politics, and I look at what FIFA's done. I'm an African, and I believe that in the last 10 years or so, because of the policies that FIFA has implemented, Africa has benefited. I'm definitely for the fact that the World Cup as an event should go around the country, and not necessarily the most, what you might regard as traditionally or culturally football countries, but at least giving everybody the opportunity to host the game, which the World Cup is. And
you're absolutely right.
It's
gone to South Africa, obviously, in 2010. Before that, it was in South Korea and Japan. And you're probably right that continents like that may not have got it if it wasn't Sepp Blatter. But Jamal, he's nearly 80 now. There's been 4 terms of him. He said he was going to give up. Surely it's time for a change now.
I think in terms of Sepp Blatter, in terms of the countries that are well known, are not known for football, he's very popular. Because Africa, for the first ever time, they had the World Cup. And now Qatar are having it, and Qatar is not known for a footballing nation, but the Middle East is having the chance to host the World Cup. And in terms of the World Cup going around, that's why it's called World Cup, going around in different continents. And in terms of I don't think after this term he's gonna stand again, but for what he's achieved in terms of the time he's been imposed, I think he's done really well.